Hey y'all, I'm Nandi, and today I've decided I'm gonna open up a little bit more about myself, just share a little bit of my story. In particular, I've been seeing this person's user for the past few months on my channel asking about this, the dedication. And I usually see myself as a very open person. I ain't realized I was being so secretive, and it feels like it's not a lot of eyes on the channel now, so I feel a little bit safer. So you know what? Fuck it. So I suggest you be 21 and up or some shit. If you're gonna listen to this, I'm gonna be talking about mental health. This is probably what the video is gonna be about, just opening up about mental health in general. I'm usually very open about my mental health stuff, but I get a little hesitant when it comes to relaying it to other people. That's what I was kind of worried about, because people will literally try to use anything against you, and I know how the internet is. People feel so safe behind that screen that they forget how it feels to get punched in the mouth. But I really want to make this video because I want people to know who are dealing with similar situations like this, that there is a way out. You can overcome it. And the other half of me wants to make this video to basically debunk a lot of things around mental health. And I also don't tend to bring this story up because I don't allow it to define me. It's just a part of me. So I pray to God that the people who find this video aren't the same ones trying to replicate the symptoms and victimize themselves so people will validate them and care about them, or to the people that try to use your mental health against you to try to invalidate you or call you crazy. A bitch say she got a mental illness and now everything I do is crazy. Like, no bitch, that's not how it works. If you do something to me, I'ma do something back. That's simple math. That ain't got nothing to do with my mental health. Look, they're gonna be like, she's aggressive. The mental decay of OwONekko. Bitch, I'm fine. I just don't like the shit people be trying to pull. Look, I'm getting heated and we ain't even start. So let me hush. Anyways, I'm diagnosed with CPTSD and bipolar disorder. Y'all gotta do what y'all do with the white girls and clap. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell y'all the story of how I got it and how I've been learning to live with it and how even now I have to deal with it. It's a lifelong journey, and it's something you have to find a way to accept about yourself. I had a full-on episode a few days back, so I woke up just freaking the fuck out, and I felt it coming. I was trying to journal real quick. That's the quickest way to get my feelings out, but I couldn't catch it this time, so I just had a full-on episode. And if you don't have PTSD or CPTSD, for me, when I experience it, it's like I'm in the back of my head and my body is doing its own thing. So it's like I get stuck in my head. Now, why was I freaking the fuck out? A few of y'all that watch my channel may know I got canceled a few months back, and this is not the first time. This is like the fourth time it's happened to me. It's just like a rodeo at this point. I can't help it. I'm a little rebel, but low key, probably very high key, but very low key for me. It was stressing me the hell out. And it was like, it's a new rumor every day kind of shit. I can't control it, and I ain't got nothing to prove to these people. Who? So I just try to let it go. And I thought I was done with it. Come to find out, I'm still pissed. But what caused the episode was feeling like I was in that stressful environment. They was going after anybody that knew me. I lost my sponsor before I could even say or do anything. Then people was just stressing me out. That's why I block them. But all those feelings kind of triggered feelings that I felt in the past. Now I've always been in and out of mental hospitals growing up, so this is something I've always had, but I didn't realize what it was until I was an adult. But I haven't had my therapist in like a year now. I've been deemed healthy enough to be the public menace I was truly meant to be in the world. But really, I learned how to manage my mental health on my own. So I can see the pre-warning signs. I know when I'm about to kick into overdrive. I can tell when I'm manic or depressed, and I act accordingly. Now, this is the part where if you ain't grown, this ain't for you. And I really didn't want to bring this story up because to me, it's just redundant. I'm tired of telling this story. But to y'all, this is like the first time y'all are hearing this. And I also don't tend to bring this story up because I don't allow it to define me. It's just a part of me. I suggest you be 21 and up, some kind of grown adult with experience in life before you listen to this part. I need maturity, okay? Maturity around these parts. Okay, so cool anime backstory. I basically got fucked up when I was younger. I got by my dad when I was a kid to a teenager. It lasted for more than half my life. I ain't know how else to break it to you. It's fucked up. I had a bad home life. I was getting kicked out of school, fighting. I'd bow up at the teachers, jailed, expelled, hospitalized. I was going through all that shit. Like, I didn't have a therapist until I was an adult. So it took me years to figure out what was actually happening to me. And we was post. So therapy? Can't afford that shit. What is that? You don't need that. And right after all that ended with my dad, my mom ended up marrying a pathological liar. Oh my God. I was accused of so much shit. I'm talking bro would say, I kidnapped my own sister sister and hid her in the forest. My mom would believe him every time. Police would get involved in everything. Come to find out, he just forgot to take her to school that day. Like, just wild cartoon type of lies. My family was a circus, and I was the sad clown that just wanted freedom. But the ringleader's like, get your happy ass back in that fucking car. You hear me, you goofy piece of shit? Make those fucking kids laugh. You better make a nickel giggle. Stop fucking clowning around. And I squeak my nose in response. Sadly though, very sadly. So now when I'm having an episode, there's always these underlying feelings there, like betrayal, hate, injustice, unfairness, me having to hide the truth and take the L's and the ass whoopings for shit I didn't do to protect other people and to protect the feelings of the ones who hurt me, because I know what it felt like to be hurt. And I had to give a lot of myself away. I didn't have support, I just had me. So the only thing I had left was art, and it basically saved me. All I ever wanted to be was an artist. I didn't care what type of medium, I wanted to learn it all so I could run away to another country and never come back. And the crazy part is I'm doing that right now. But now I realize there's a lot more I want to see in life. Much more than this shit. I'm good now, but back then I was trapped. I was being slammed against walls, ceilings. I was being choked out. I was fighting with grown men, but I just wanted peace. And that's why art is such a big part of my life. I couldn't escape the real world, so I created my own world through art. I was drawing before I could even speak, so I would immerse myself and create entirely new worlds in my head, and drawing was my way of getting the fuck out of there. The world was shit, so hell yeah, I was dissociated hard as hell. Like a full-on shit would be actively happening to me, and I'm just not connected to my body right now. I'm drawing shit, or I'm zoning off into the void, but my body's reacting. It's fighting, it's experiencing shit, but I'm in another fucking world. Like, logic is out the window. I'm just trying to survive. So now when I have an episode, I do the same thing. My body reacts like if I were still a kid, and my mind basically gets thrown to the back of my head. But it's just my body's way of protecting itself, and I just had to learn to work with it. Art was my way of escaping, but it's also my way of expressing. So being an artist was always in the cards for me. Perfect combination of fucked upness, big emotions, and questioning the world. Why? Why me? Why? So back to a few days ago, I'm freaking the hell out. I'm laying in bed, rocking back and forth like a damn Looney Tunes character. I'm fucked up. But to me now, I used to see my mental illness as some kind of monster. Like, it always got me in trouble, always got me fired, always made me feel like I didn't fit in. It was really hard out there for a pimp. But when I pulled back the sheets, it was just me as a kid. And that nigga is just scared. And she feels like she's in danger. So I recognize this as Nandi freaking the fuck out. And the first thing I need to do is treat me like someone I love. So I need to calm her down. And the thing that set me off was the bad environment created from the cancellation on YouTube. And the experience of it was reminding me of all the times this has happened to me. Every time I've been betrayed, every time I've been treated unfairly, every time I've been lied on, just fucking everything. That's kind of what a flashback is. And it just reminded my body of the bad environment that I've been in. I just can't do shit about it. And it sucks because I understand why everything is happening in my head. I understand that them people ain't shit. I understand like what's going on, but it's like I'm so muffled in there. So I try to keep myself in low stress environments. The best thing I can do for myself is block people and cut people off when they try to fuck with me. I can't manage me and everyone else. All I can control is me. So I've been managing it and taking my time with it really well. So during that episode, I immediately went into parenting mode. I've learned that I have to be my own parent and support, because I ain't have that growing up. So what it feels like in the moment is like I'm in the back of my head basically talking to myself and calming myself down, because I can't do shit about it in the moment. I can't even speak out loud. So I take everything really slow. I'll lay down somewhere rocking. As soon as I get up, I smoke with Miss Mary. I told my husband, Pink, my status, and I took care of all of my basic needs. Doing my hair, brushing my teeth, taking a shower, all the shit I don't want to do. And on that day, it just so happened to be Lunar New Year, and they're celebrating it in the country I'm living in right now. So we go outside, there's food, there's live music, fireworks. It was just magical. It was literally a fairy tale. I got home feeling inspired, filled up with happiness, and I never would have if I didn't take the time to treat myself kindly during those moments. But the commenter I mentioned in the beginning of this video mentioned where I had said that I feel like I don't relate to a lot of people. I don't. And this is the section where I talk my shit. So if you was one of the people that was trying to hurt me and talking shit, this is your time to shine. Okay, So, perfect example, when the cancellation shit happened. When all that shit was going down, I was really like, are we dead ass right now? Like, people were really resorting to slandering and bullying and manipulation? Y'all ain't gotta do all that. And the whole issue is not that deep. And like, these problems to me are such a shit waste of time. And I feel like it's just a distraction, honestly. Like, it's that same energy as the Has-Been Hotels shit. And I just can't get behind it. But I felt like I needed to speak up about it. I don't want people to be treated that way. I don't want people thinking this is okay to do to people. I just feel bad for the little artist that has to go through this shit that people put them through. It's not fair to them. And it wasn't fair to me. So you bet your bottom right ass cheek I'ma say something about it. I'ma stand up for all of us. Because you don't have to hurt people just because you've been hurt. Because I've been through some shit. And I don't go around treating people how people treated me. So I make it a point to show people how it feels. I don't give a fuck. And so many people are just like, they haven't really experienced life or real struggle or hardships before. And you can really tell. It's just a waste of brain power to me. Like, you could be focusing on yourself and what the fuck is wrong with you. But you over here breathing down my neck like, nigga, we ain't lovers. Bitch, back the fuck up off of me. Back the fuck up. Kiss. And micro criticizing every word I say. But yeah, I could tell someone who's trying to be a good person and learning and growing. And I could tell a person who's out there to harm other people and play the victim in every situation. My body may get it confused, but my mind know what's up. So I always have trust in myself. And I work together with it no matter how long it takes to figure this shit out. There are some fucked up evil people out there. But there's also people like me and people that are much smarter than me that I can learn from. And people that I just fucking hate. And I can't do shit about any of it except experience it. And I've been tired of taking my life so seriously all the time. So I just won't. Fuck it. We can all be crazy in this bitch together. Now every challenge is like a game to me. Having a mental illness, CPTSD, and bipolar is just a debuff. And honestly, there ain't nothing else I can do but laugh at this shit. See, these people ain't never been dirty. They don't have what it takes to stand up. They can't even stand on their own 2 feet. But when I fall, I know I can get back up. And I get up stronger every fucking time. They are weak. They played it safe. They gave up on themselves. That's why they target people who haven't. And I noticed a lot of people now like to hyper focus on an enemy. No one likes to take responsibility for their own lives, so they attack others so that they can have someone external to blame for why their life is ruined. And they'll blame it on all these things, and they form a community of hatred, usually under a guise of like moral justice or superiority. It's okay to dogpile this person because we don't like how she thinks, because we don't like what she said, when in reality, they're actually distracting themselves from their actual problems within themselves. And when I call that shit out for what it is, I'm sorry, I gotta say something about this. I gotta get this off my chest. Racism, they get mad. Oh, a racist don't like it when you call them a racist. But when you doing the exact same shit your great grandma was doing, when you single me out over everyone else doing it, even the person we was talking about in that same argument who was doing it too, like, people was really trying to Emmett Till me over some baby boo-boo shit. I can't take this shit seriously, especially when they try to use shame or guilt against me. Like, bitch, I'm shameless. My real beef is why you thought you could try that shit on me. That's what people had me all the way up. All I did was make the comparison to racism based off their actions. Like, they compared my actions to being transphobic. I thought that's what we were doing. Happy Black History Month. This shit still happens. Like, it's just weak to me. I just think that people should treat people kindly no matter what their background is. So I don't use my backstory as an excuse. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna try to make my reality how I want it to be and not what people tell me my story is. Nobody can tell me I'm a failure, that I'm a lost cause, that I'm falling off, because I know I always been on that shit. And even when things look bad from the outside, I have everything I need and then some. And I can only say that I have this now because I did what I was supposed to do to earn it. And it's like, I used to think the world owed me something because I've been through this. I've been through all kinds of pain and hurt and traumas. Like, it owed me a decent life after all that shit. But the world doesn't reward you for putting up with the bullshit. It rewards you for facing it, for facing yourself, for showing up and continuing to do that and continuing to create despite everything. That's the part of me that gets back up anytime I'm knocked down. The part that always sees the chips stacked against me and continues to fight anyway. And you know, I grew up on anime, so this shit to me is like my cool anime secret backstory or some shit. Nobody can't tell me shit. And if you an artist, you got a few screws loose anyway. anyway. That's just a rite of passage if you committed to it. But I'm right here with you. I'm proud to be me, and I'm grateful I'm able to choose my responses now. So if you came for the real me, I'm Nandi, Sanandria, Neko, whatever you want to call me. This is me. I'm loud, emotional. I'm emotional as fuck. But I'm showing the fuck up and showing the fuck out. I like to say fuck cause I fucking can. I like to say fuck, I'm a grown fucking man. Half of me is here out of pure spite for the world, honestly. But the other half of me, I love people. I love connecting, even when they piss me off. I want to love my life. In all honesty, I'm hoping to start a revolution so that the world can change for artists. I want us to take the fuck over. I want us to use everything to our advantage. I want us to fight for our spot to be here and for our right to be here. I want the same thing for my people of color, and it might just be me, but I want to see this world change. I want to see people change, and I'm hoping that my little spirit in this pond will cause a ripple effect enough to fuck it all up. No one else is doing it. I have to do it. Even if I don't want to do this shit, I don't want to do this shit, but if not me, then who? Everybody else scared. I gotta pull up. Who else out there talking real shit and being vulnerable and ain't afraid to do it to help other people? Ooh, just sexy with it. Good God. They not doing that shit. They pussies. And I want to make it easier for us, cause it was hard as fuck for me. And I'ma create and be an artist till the day I die. And if you still here watching all this shit, watching me yap for however long I'm yapping for, like, girl, we've been here for a minute. I'm grateful for you. I know you're one of the real ones, and I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen. I love y'all. I really do. Now go do something that make you happy. Go and get all that pent up aggression out. That's it for this video, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.
Jamie, Josh is nervous, Pebbles, Wendy, Rachel, Bloom, Romy, Phyllis, Sade, M. There goes Vessel, time, space 3. Yeah. Thank the Patreons, yeah. Thank you, baby. I love you, baby.